EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for June 15th, 2020. Hope everybody had a fantastic weekend because we had some gorgeous weather, just gorgeous temperatures and sky condition both days, low humidity. And it looks like the Monday's going to pick up where the weekend left off. We're looking for partly to mostly sunny skies again today for most areas. And there's going to be an upper level low that's going to be off to our south and is going to remain there. Remember, this is the one we were talking about. Maybe toward I would say about the middle of last week, speculating of looking ahead to this week. Some models were indicating this is going to be sitting over top of us and kind of ruining our week. It doesn't look like it's going to be the case. So this is going to be staying off the south, and that we came to that conclusion kind of like toward the end of last week, and that has maintained over the weekend. So no surprises, still going to be off to the south. This upper level low is actually going to be centered over eastern Kentucky and eastern Tennessee this morning. Kind of a broad area of upper level low sitting right about here. It's going to be drawing some moisture here off of the Atlantic, and it's going to be feeding that in to the Carolinas here. So that's going to be their problem this week down there. So they're going to have an issue with that. This upper level low is actually going to take a path from here over the Carolinas and kind of sit here and loop for a couple days. And then it's going to come up here to about Virginia or so and then finally exit. And I do think as it comes a little bit further north here, when you get to the end of the week, there's a slight chance that you get an afternoon thunderstorm, and that probably wouldn't be until Friday if that were to occur. So it does look like we're going to be dry for most of this week with high pressure off to our north here. And this is a very strong and elongated high. It's kind of sitting here like this. Okay, see all those H's there? So you can put a big H up here. This is creating a roadblock and keeping this system off to our south and not allowing it to come farther to the north. So that's what's keeping the nice weather in place. Now, the further you are south, closest to this, we'll have a little bit more in the way of clouds at times. So if you look at the satellite, yesterday you had some clouds trying to come up to like places like here, and it wouldn't go any further. You're going to have some situation where the clouds are going to start trying to creep up a little bit, but they're going to run into that roadblock, and you'll see them just erode on satellite once it gets to a certain point. Now, where that exact line is remains to be seen, but it looks like for most areas, the farther north and northeast you go, the better chance you see mostly sunny skies. The further southwest you go, you're kind of like partly cloudy or partly sunny down here. Still not bad days, obviously. It's still dry, but just a little bit different cloud cover scenario down there. In our south areas, southern areas, and southwestern areas, mainly for that. So here's Monday again. Temperature's going to be a couple degrees warmer than we saw on Sunday. Otherwise, it's almost a carbon copy. We're going to have winds coming in off of the ocean now. A little northeasterly wind flow coming in here. About 10 to 15 at the shore, about 5 to 10 in the interior. A little bit more than we saw on Sunday. So other than that, it's really kind of like picking up where the weekend left off, and really not too bad. Tuesday, we're going to see temperatures increase a little bit for areas in the interior. Now, further south and east, you're going to need a little bit more in the way of cloud cover again, so it might limit temperatures to maybe upper 70s further south. Kind of a backwards. Usually you see like the Philadelphia southeast areas here warmer than anywhere else in our region, and the interior a little bit cooler. I think it's going to be reversed this time just because you'll be dealing with more sun up here. More of an easterly flow here this time on Tuesday. So, and then we're going to have the same thing here on Wednesday with this upper level just kind of sitting and spinning down there. Same exact scenario here. We're going to get into the lower 80s here in the interior and maybe near 80 further south and east. And then once we get to Thursday, I think just about everywhere is getting close to the low to mid 80s for highs here. So it's going to get progressively warmer each day, but just by a couple degrees. So maybe add 2 degrees or so each day until you get to Thursday. Now here's Thursday. This is going to start coming up a little bit. The upper level low is going to be a little bit more broad. So today it's kind of sitting like this, and it's kind of like tightly compact. Okay, you have the upper level low sitting right about there. Once we get to Thursday, it's not going to be as compact. It's going to be a lot more broad. It's going to be kind of like this. Okay, so it's not as tightly wound here. Still closed low, upper level low, but it's sitting over Virginia now. And because of that, you're going to have just a little bit more cloud cover. Maybe the southern areas, southern New Jersey, Delaware, get into a late day shower here, or any time of the day here on Thursday, actually. Could get a shower, but I think it stays far enough south. You're not going to get any showers any further north than that. And then on Friday, there isn't as this system is pulling away, you might get an afternoon thunderstorm in spots. This is going to be very difficult to see. See these light grays here? There's really not too much here on the European model. The GFS is a little bit more thrilled with this. So we kept an isolated or stray chance of an afternoon thunderstorm, but there's a good chance that a lot of areas are just going to stay dry here on Friday as well. Temperatures in the middle 80s generally for most areas here on Friday, maybe mid to upper 80s for highs. depending on how much sun we get here. And then once we get into the weekend, it's going to be turning much hotter. We're going to have that this hour level low and out of the picture. The ridge can take over and really do its dirty deeds here with the heat and humidity. And I think it's going to come back this weekend in full force. Might even have a heat wave if this goes into Monday, which is indications are it probably will. So at least Saturday, Sunday, Monday would give us the 3 days necessary by definition to be a heat wave. And these are the kind of temperatures it's putting out here. Here's Saturday. You can see temperatures in the low to mid 90s here for highs. So this is very warm very hot on the European model. We're back in the 90s here on Sunday, and the same thing here on Monday. Again, you're still low to mid 90s here. So very hot temperatures coming. Maybe even technically a heat wave. Will be our first official one if that were to occur, where you need at any location needing 3 consecutive days or more of 90-degree temperatures or higher, and we have a good shot at that in the at least Saturday through Monday timeframe of the fall of this weekend coming up, and then Monday of next week. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is our outlook for June 15th, 2020. Have a great Monday.